In today's video, I will be giving you guys the top 5 meta loadouts that you should be using right now on Rebirth Island. Before we get into those loadouts, shout out to the Noti gang. If you guys would like a notification shout out in my next video, all you guys got to do is drop a like, subscribe, and watch the video to the very end. And I got you. Without further ado, man, here are the top 5 loadouts that you want to be using on the island of Rebirth. Now, for my very first loadout, we have the OTS-9. This thing has been nerfed numerous times, and it still is one of the best and easiest secondary weapons to use on Rebirth. There's little to no recoil, it's still very powerful, and the mobility is incredibly cracked out. So for my first attachment, I got Grease Suppressor. We get some sound suppression, we're off the radar, vertical recoil control, making this thing easier to handle, bullet velocity and damage range, so it does have a little bit more power at medium and longer range engagements. For the barrel, we got Task Force Barrel. Damage range, bullet velocity, once again, making this thing actually viable at longer range gunfights. And we get a little bit of strafe speed, so a tad bit more mobility. There's gonna be a lot more where that came from with our next attachment, which is KGB Skeletal Stock. I'm telling you right now, I love me some strafe speed. It just makes it so hard for the enemies to hit their shots on you. So we got ADS firing move speed and aim walking movement speed with it. And our weapon comes up quicker after sprinting. Again, it's our secondary weapon. We need to feel incredibly light on our feet with it. For my magazine, I got the VDV 40 round fast mag. Pretty small of a magazine, but with the fast mag, I mean, you reload incredibly quick, so it kind of makes up for it. And then finally, I got the Serpent Wrap. I know a lot of people like to just run either the Bruiser Grip or maybe a Tiger Team Spotlight. It doesn't matter, rock whatever you feel comfortable with. I just think I need a little bit more ADS speed, so that's why I went with Serpent Wrap. So give this a go for yourselves. Let me know what you guys think of it. And moving on to the second loadout, we have my personal all-time favorite secondary as of right now on Rebirth, the Owen gun. Goodness God. This thing is incredibly powerful. I actually have a setup that gives you really great mobility on it. I can vouch for this all day, every day. It's so good. So starting off, we got recoil booster. The fire rate is a little doo-doo, so make it a little quicker, make it shoot faster, faster time to kill. Recoil booster is a must. For the barrel, I have on the Shrouded Barrel. Less damage fall off at long range, so basically it maintains its power at longer range gunfights, which is unbelievable. We get limb damage, making it do more damage at the limb, so it's basically stronger. And we get bullet velocity. Again, this Shrouded Barrel makes this thing a damn near an assault rifle, so this barrel is a must-have. My optic, I know a lot of people are kind of weird about the optic because the big-ass magazine in it, but listen, Nidar Model 47, you got to play some games with it, maybe like 5 to 10. Trust me, it's the best one out of all the other ones. I know some people like to rock the M38. The optic's too small for me, man. I can't see. Nidar's the way to go. For the stock, I got on remove stock. The mobility is a little rough on this thing, so to speed up the process to get, getting some cracked up mobility, you're gonna need remove stock. We get movement speed, ADS speed, which the ADS is a little chalk, so that's helpful. Sprint to fire, so that means your weapon comes up quicker after sprinting, and aim walking movement speed. Necessity, you gotta have it or your Owen gun is gonna feel so slow. Moving on to my underbarrel, I actually have on the Mark Skeletal. Man, the ADS speed is insane when you throw this on. Previously, I was rocking the M1941 hand stop. You don't need it. The ADS speed is a must, especially if you're going to be using this as a close range gun. Rock the Skeletal. For the magazine, I have on the 72 round Gorenko. We get recoil control and accuracy, making this thing a laser beam. Another increase in fire rate, so we got that, and we have on the recoil booster, so it actually fires very quick, and we just get more ammo on our weapon, which is great. You could take out multiple enemies without having to reload, which is awesome. Ammunition type, you gotta go with hollow point. We get more limb damage. So we got limb damage with hollow point and limb damage with the Shrouded Barrel. So that's what makes this thing an absolute beast. It's just how much more extra damage you're getting while your weapon's also shooting quicker. Moving on to my rear grip, I have on Fabric, just another increase in mobility. So as you can see, we're just building this thing to be an absolute laser beam, super powerful, and have little to no recoil. That's all you really need when building a class setup. And then for perk 1 and 2, I just went all out. I got acrobatic, movement speed, sprinting move speed, perk 2, quick, sprint speed. So super light on your feet, and this thing is just an absolute unit. This is my personal favorite SMG. If you're not rocking it, you're missing out. Moving on to my third loadout. We got the Kilo. We have to do a long-range weapon. The easiest thing in the game to use, the most accurate, the Kilo. So, you know the setup, man. Monolithic suppressor, off the radar, get some damage range. Barrel, you got to go with the longest one. The Singard arms, 19.8 Prowler damage range, bullet velocity. So, you're not shooting marshmallows at you know, long range gunfights, and we get some recoil control, even though this thing don't even need it. For the optic, two ways of going with it, man. You can do the combat halo if you got the blue dot. If you don't have the blue dot, chalk it, don't even bother. And then my second option is the VLK. You could probably see a little bit better out of this thing, so go ahead and rock that. 60 round mag or 50. Since we're playing Rebirth, I think a 50 is more than enough, but you know, sometimes it can hit markers, kind of sell a little bit, so go with a 60. And then of course the last and final attachment is Commando foregrip, just to make this thing, you know, the beamer it is, aimbot like. There you have it, man. Not much more to it. You already know the deal with it. For our fourth loadout, we got the XM4. Now I know this was actually recently nerfed, like last week. Don't even trip over it. It is still really, really good. So for my first attachment, I got agency suppressor, sound suppression off the radar. We get vertical recoil control, making the weapon more accurate, bullet velocity and damage range, making it a little bit stronger at longer range gunfights. For the barrel, we got task force, bullet velocity and damage range. Once again, just making this thing kill just a little bit quicker at long range gunfights. Vertical and horizontal recoil control, making this thing as accurate as possible. For my optic, gotta go with the best option, man. The axle arms 3 times. You could just see very, very well out of it. For my underbarrel, I got field agent grip. This is what makes it an absolute beamer. And then finally, I have on the 45 round magazine. This is all you need. You can rock a 60 if you're a little inaccurate. It's all good. Just gonna warn you though, the ADS is pretty rough when you rock 60, but I think if you're accurate, the 45 is more than enough, just because it's a very strong weapon. And there you have it, man. There's the XM4 build that you want to be rocking. I'm not gonna lie, the Kilo and the XM4, in my opinion, are the 2 easiest assault rifles to use on Rebirth. They're super good. They're not super slow. They're accurate. They're strong. And finally, my last and final loadout that you need to be rocking on Rebirth Island for a little bit of fun and high kill games, we got the sniper rifle. Anytime you try to shoot someone out of the sky, the only thing taking them out is a headshot with the sniper, and man, that has just led me to get multiple high kill games. So starting off, we got the monolithic suppressor off the radar. We get damage range, so you know, it does a little bit more damage at longer ranges. For my barrel, I mean, you could rock whatever you personally enjoy. I like to rock the longest one just so I have the best accuracy possible. I don't got to lead my shots too much. Yeah, the ADS is a little chalk, so if you're trying to run around and be a maniac with the quick scopes, maybe rock the 25.1. I personally just like the 27.6. It just makes sniping a little bit easier for me. We got tac laser. We get ADS speed, so it's not too slow. Of course, I mean, sniper scope, duh. If you're rocking anything else, you're a menace. And finally, I rock sleight of hand, man. I can just get back into action a little bit quicker. I'm not a fan of anything else. I just hate the slow reload. If you're trying to be as precise as possible, I'd recommend throwing on a stock if you would like, or if you want even quicker ADS, maybe rock stippled. I personally just really, really like sleight of hand on the car, and this is my recently updated car setup I've been rocking for quite some time now. And there y'all have it, man. Those are the 5 meta loadouts that you need to be rocking on Rebirth Island right now. Hey, go play with them. Let me know what you guys think. What should be added in my next top 5? We're probably gonna do like one of these each week, and we'll just do some different weapons to change it up. I gotta always include the car though, just because I'm always getting asked about it and I use it literally all the time. That's pretty much gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys all stay safe. Have a great day, and I am out. Peace.